Finding max and minimum using divide and conquer method. In last lecture we have seen finding max and min using straight method. Now we are going to do this with divide and conquer method. So we have the same input like this, and these are the indexes. It means we have 9 elements in our input array, and so according to that output, max will be 31 and min will be 1. So how we are going to do that? Let's understand. We are going to take 5 variable a for array. This is for index, first index and the last index, and this we will left one for maximum and one for minimum. So through this we will see how we are going to do that maximum and minimum. After that, what we will do, because we have 9 elements, so we will divide 1 plus 9 divided by 2. So what will be 5. So next we will start from, or we can say the mid element will be 5. Element will be 5. So we are going to divide it further. So what we will do, 5 will start from 5 again, array first to 5, then maximum and minimum, then 5 again we are going to divide it. So minimum element will be 3, so array 1 3 minimum and maximum, like that. Again we further divide it because these are 3 elements, so we also need comparison. So what we will do, we will divide it further. So what we will get, a 1 2, then comparison will be easy. One will be this and second will be another one, in which we have array and both will be same, 3 3, and minimum and maximum. So from here we can clearly see what we have at first and second position. What we have, these are the position given here, or we can say index number. First and second position, what we have, 10 and 20. So the one comparison will occur here. So this will be maximum, 20 will be maximum, and 10 will be minimum. So one comparison will occur here. In the similar way here, third is the one element only, so both will remain same. And what we have in third position, we have 30, so we will write here 30 30. Minimum maximum both will be same, max and min both will be same. So now we can see here we have 3 element here, so we can do comparison through which we will get this. So 10 20 and 30, there is, here will be no comparison because only one element is there, so no comparison. So from here we will see what will be the maximum and what will be the minimum. So maximum will be what, from here we will do comparison. So maximum will be 30 or minimum will be 10, and from here we will see that we will write we write only 1 2 3, and what is left here, array after 3 4 and 5 is also left for position 4 and 5, and maximum and minimum. So what is on the fourth and fifth position, what we have 1 and 2. So max min 4th and 5 position, so max will be 2, min will be 1, and from here another comparison will occur. So what will be the maximum and what will be the minimum? So maximum will be 30 and minimum will be 1. In the similar way, here one more is left because we take till 5 only. So it will start from 6, array 6th position, 6 to 9th position, and max and min. We will see what will come. And from here, because it is from 6 to 9, so again we will divide it in array. So array, it will start from 6 to 7th position, maximum and minimum. And another one will be there, array 8 to 9 position, 8 to 9 position, maximum and minimum. So now we will see from here what value will come. 6, 7, what we have in 6 and 7 position, 3 and 11. So maximum will be 11, minimum will be 3. And 8 and 9 position, what we have 21 and 31. So maximum will be 31 and minimum will be 21. So now again comparison will occur here. So what will be the maximum? Maximum will be 31. And what will be the minimum? Minimum will be 3. So now we can see from here, now comparison will occur in these two functions. So what will be the maximum? Maximum will be this and this. In this comparison, what we will get, maximum will be 31 and minimum will be 1. So in that way, with the help of divide and conquer, we are dividing one by one. Because of number of elements, we have so many number of elements, so we are dividing it. After that we are doing comparison. So in that way we get maximum minimum element. So how many function call occur in this whole scenario? Let's see, let's understand. This is the first function, c1. After that, what we call c2, then we call c3, then we call c4, then we call c5, then we call c6, then we call c7, then we call c8, and then we call c9. So total how many functions call occur here? Total 9 function call occur here. So we can simply say log base to 9 is equal to approximately 3.3. So we can say 4 level, up to 4 level stack is required, or we can say 4 stacks are required. How? Let's understand it. How? First we call, what function we call? First we call c1. After that, what we call? c2 and c7. This is c2 and this is c7. So second level, c2 and c7. After that, what we call? c3 and c6. After that, what we call? After that we call c4. This is c4 and this is c5. c4 and c5. So after that, what we pop up? First we solve this one. So c5 will get pop, then c4 will get pop, then after that c6 will get pop, then c3, first c5, then c4, then c6, then c3, like that, then c7 will get pop. So in that way we can see total 4 levels are required for the stack purpose. And from here it is also clear, if we take log of all function calls, so total 4 levels will be there. So we can simply say these are the 4 level. The height will be go up to 4th level of stack, and every function call take 10 bytes because we have 5 variables here. How many variables are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5 variables are there. So we can simply say every function call take 10 bytes because all are of integer type and we have 5 variables. So total 10 bytes. 5 into 2 because integer having 2 bytes, so 10 bytes. And total stack space, we can simply say stack space 10 into 4, that is 40 bytes, because we have two elements once a time, so it is required 5 into 2 like that, because we have here 4 levels. How many levels we have? 4 levels, and each function call what we have? 5 variables. So total levels are 4. So according to that 10 into 4, that is 40 bytes for stack space, because we have total 4 levels of stack. So and how many variables we have according to one function called 10? So 10 into 4 is equal to 40 bytes. So this space is required. And we can simply say one important thing is here, who came first call first, that the function calling. So which one come first? First we call C1, then we call C2, then we call C3, then we call C4, then we call C5. After that what we call? We call C6, then we call C7, then we call C8, and then we call C9. So this is called pre-order. And another important thing, who execute first? Which execute first? First we execute C4. After that we execute C5. After that we execute C3. After that what we execute? We execute C6. After that what we execute? C6. After that we execute C2. After that what we execute? We execute C8. Then we execute C9, then C7, then C1. This is called post order. So in that way function will work. What is pre-order and what is post order? And combined time will take two comparison, one for minimum. And what is combined time? After this we are combining both the functions, so we are doing comparison. So combined time will take two comparison, one for maximum and one for minimum. So this is all about the finding max and min using divide and conquer method by using function call.